has been dispersed. You got yours, Michael got his, your girls got a part of it. Or how much total was it, do you remember?
Yeah.
Well,
the sofa works if you don't mind.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you again for coming down. I appreciate it. There's just some things that we're going to ask you that are pretty direct questions, and I just need to answer them truthfully. Okay?
So, we're going to go back to the beginning when the night Cal disappeared. And obviously, I remember you saying that he had gone out to the garage.
Yeah, he said he was going to go to the garage.
Okay. And how much time passed? Listen, if you don't remember something, that's fine. I don't expect you to remember details of a traumatic situation a year and a half ago. So, that's fine. If you can't remember, just say, I don't remember exact time frames. I have trouble remembering what I did yesterday sometimes. So at some point, you can't find him, and you decide to call 911.
I can't find him. I went to the garage because that's where he said he was going to be, but he wasn't in the garage. And then I looked and saw the side door open. So I walked around the house in the inside. I'm calling him, no answer. I called his phone first because he always had his phone on him. But then it ran in the house, in the bedroom. And
so you used your phone and you called his phone and you heard his phone ringing? And where did you find his phone?
It's in the bedroom. He had his uniform folded up on the floor with his shoes, and then on top of it was his phone.
So when you walked outside to look for him, where exactly did you go outside?
I just pushed my head through the door, the side door. I don't like going outside. Not in the day, not in the night.
Did he work around the house, like landscaping?
Yes, he loves gardening and everything.
So you had a fence. You had a white fence. Did he ever go outside that fence along the canal in the back? Did he ever go back there?
Yeah, he has trees back there and plants.
That he planted?
Yeah, he mowed the lawn back there.
Okay. Are they sugar cane or?
He has sugar cane. He has cherry. He had pineapple.
Althea described searching the house. The garage was empty, the side door open. She called his name, dialed his phone, and heard it ringing from the bedroom, where it lay on his neatly folded uniform.
I think he did have yam or potato, because he picked up some big brown things.
And those are on the backside?
Yes, the back,
okay.
Yeah.
All right, so it would not have...
Wow, listening to Althea recount that night hits hard. The empty garage, the open door, his phone ringing abandoned on his uniform. It's that eerie quiet after chaos that gets you, right?
It's been uncommon for him to go back there.
Not at that old, though.
Right, I got you. All right, so when you finally decide to call 911, do you remember your conversation with the person that you were talking to at the 911 call? Do you remember what your conversation was like?
Told him that he started to take a new medication and he wasn't really acting like himself. But I couldn't remember the name of it because I believe it was 2 weeks prior. We took him to the hospital. Well, I took him to the hospital because he was complaining that he's tired, his legs hurt, and he's not feeling himself. And I told him I was trying to spell the name of the medication, but I was thinking him I can never remember.
Alprazolam. So okay, I heard the call, and you did do that. And was there any other medication that he would take at the time? In addition to the alprazolam?
He takes his regular heart medicine and I believe blood pressure medicine, but I don't know what hour of the day he takes them.
So that you also mentioned that he took Benadryl.
No.
You did?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. If I play you the call, will that help you remember?
Sure.
Maybe I can do that in a couple minutes. I'll bring you back to my office and let you hear the call.
Okay.
Did Calvin take Benadryl?
He might have because he has allergy. So yes, we would have that in the house.
Okay.
We also have Allegra. That's all the thing.
What was his problem with allergies? What was the issue with that?
I know he couldn't be where the carpet is. So we had to tile, when we got the house, it had to be tiled. When we were in Miami, he tiled the floor as well. But that's
what was he allergic to specifically? Do you remember?
No.
No?
What were his symptoms? What were his symptoms of allergies? What would he get?
Sometimes he said he couldn't breathe.
Okay.
Yeah. Like also if you have one like strong perfume, he says no, you can't wear that one.
Do you know if he took Benadryl to sleep?
He might have taken it. I know the doctor gave him Zolpidem. That one he does give him.
The focus shifts to the backyard. A white fence, sugarcane, pineapples, and fruit trees he planted are mentioned, showing that going outside was part of his normal routine, not unusual behavior.
Was the Benadryl that you had in the house, was it pill or liquid? Do you know?
Pill.
It was pills?
And he did have cortisone, which is a liquid, and also it comes in pill form.
What was that for?
That's high blood pressure, but when you have a cold.
Okay. And that's like an antihistamine, cortisone, for when you have a cold, like you said?
You know what NyQuil is?
Yes.
Right, so something like that, but it's for high blood pressure. It's not supposed to raise your blood pressure.
So he had allergies where you had to remove the carpet from the house. Was it because of dust and wind?
But that's not the house here. The house in Miami, he had them changed to the tile. But the one here, he made sure that our bedroom had tile. The kids' room had a carpet.
All right. Do you want to run through those questions?
Did he ever have any form of allergy testing done? Do you know if he ever went to the doctor and they did any official results of his allergy testing to see what he was actually allergic to?
You might want to check the doctor in Miami, Dr. Jarrett, because that's when he started talking about allergies.
Okay. How long had he been taking allergy medication to your knowledge throughout your relationship of you knowing him? How long?
I don't know.
That you know of. I don't want you to speculate or say something that you don't know, but as far as you know, how long had he been taking some form of allergy medication?
Yes, Miami. That would be like, we have here almost 13 years now.
Okay, so he was able to sufficiently take allergy medication for 13 years of his life. And did you administer those allergy medications to him at any point?
I don't give him any medicine.
Okay, so he was in charge of taking his own medication. Was there any point in his life where he wasn't able to take his own medication on his own free will and you had to do it for him? Did anybody else ever give him medication to your knowledge?
Nobody else.
Did anybody else ever force him to take medication to your knowledge? Did you ever force him to take any medication?
Never.
Was there any point in your relationship that you forced him to take Benadryl against his will?
No.
How about giving him Benadryl?
No.
Okay. So during the duration of your relationship, specifically towards the end of, everything occurring, up to leading up to this day, did you ever force him to take Benadryl?
I have never taken. I've forced him to take medicine. I've never told him that you better go and do your medicine. No.
Okay.
Investigators question medications. Althea mentions a new prescription, a prior hospital visit, fatigue, and leg pain, but cannot recall the medication's name or the exact time it was taken.
Did you ever see a need to do that?
No.
Was he able to make these decisions soundly and correctly on his own?
Yeah, now, if how he takes the medicine, I cannot tell you if he followed that direction.
Okay.
The only thing I told him, because this is how I take my medicine.
Right.
I have a Monday through Friday thing, and this will help you to know whether or not you took your medicine that day.
Okay.
And he refused to get one of those.
So the specific day leading up to, this evening where you couldn't find Calvin, did you force him to take medication that day? Did you give him Benadryl?
No.
Did Did you watch him take Benadryl that day? Did you watch him take?
I didn't see him take
I'm sorry to spit fire questions at you, but did you watch him take any form of medication in that day?
No medicine. When we were watching the TV, it was the mask in our arm, because, that's the first I see him watch it with us.
Okay.
But he just said he's going to take his medicine now.
Okay. At that point, during the evening, was anybody else in the house with you?
No, nobody.
Could someone else have come into your home while he was in the garage and forced him to take medication?
No, I wouldn't think so.
Okay. Do you have any reason to believe that happened?
No.
Was your family, your daughters, son-in-laws, were they in the house at that moment?
No. It was just the both of us. I finished working at 8.
Okay.
And the maximum starts at 8. And we watched it. Calvin does not really watch regular shows. It's news, politics, and church.
Politics.
Yeah.
There's other things to watch before bed.
No. Especially right now.
So I want to go back to Calvin's phone for a minute. You have a lot going on in that moment. You're obviously...
I'm going to see if I can get the call.
Okay.
Play that.
Sure. You're obviously concerned, justifiably, because you can't locate him. So in the moment that you call his cell phone, Calvin's, from your phone, and you locate it inside of your bedroom, do you recall at some point during the evening, whether even if after police officers got there, using his phone to make phone calls to try to find him? Maybe by calling...
No, that was on there.
Correct.
I would imagine I couldn't say yes, we did.
Okay.
But
is that something that you might have done?
Might have done. Because I was looking to see who was the last person you spoke to.
Okay.
At what time.
And were you able to figure that out?
No. I just assume, because I know in the nighttime, he usually speak to this guy named Roger, just to keep him company while he drives those big trucks.
Okay.
So I know he usually speak, but for me to look at the number and say, okay, this is Roger, or this is...
So they weren't necessarily saved as contacts in his phone?
Questions center on heart, blood pressure, and allergy medicine. Althea says her husband took his own medication, that she did not manage dosages or timing, and did not monitor his use.
It would be on maybe his last name or something like that. I don't talk to his people.
Okay. Do you know if you called your daughters or your family from his phone?
It will be
You
from
can use your own phone for that?
Yeah.
Okay. But at some point, we can possibly surmise that you used his phone in an attempt to try to figure out who he spoke with. Is that correct?
This might take a couple minutes. Bear with me.
Did Calvin know that his father had passed away?
No.
He didn't know at all?
No.
Okay, so nobody that you know of told him?
No. Because he passed after. He passed the Friday.
Okay.
Before they fought Calvin.
Okay.
They fought Calvin Saturday. Okay. When his sister came over.
The allergy talk feels so mundane yet loaded. Calvin's sensitivities to dust or perfume leading to meds like Benadryl. It's ironic how something meant to ease breathing becomes a point of suspicion.
She didn't even call us to say he passed or anything. We were looking on it's like a Facebook, I think a message came up from the pastor of his church, and they said his dad died.
Okay.
So we know. And it was a Friday, and when she came up, I said to her, Darnette, did his dad die? And she said yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he wasn't aware of it.
Calvin wasn't aware of it.
Okay. And is there any other way he could have learned that without you knowing? Could he have found that out and maybe not mentioned it? Is that something that you think?
But he wouldn't have his phone to be in contact with anybody. Yeah.
Okay. And again, is that something he would withhold from you for any reason?
That his father passed?
Right.
Well, no, Calvin tell you even if you don't even know the person, he tell you that this person passed.
Okay.
Yeah. And one of the things he was worried that if his dad should pass, he wouldn't have money to go to Jamaica.
Okay.
That was when I joined, I don't know what you know, where it's called a partner,
Okay.
where a lot of members, a lot of people would pay like $50 or $100, depending on the hand, and then you give it to one person.
Okay.
And then each week somebody gets their lump sum of everything.
Is that like a private group or is that like a church to a church?
No private.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't aware of that, but that's a nice
It's
thing
called
to
a
do.
partner, yeah. Right now they have another one going. I'm not into that one.
Okay. So you just pick and choose, what you want to contribute to.
Yeah, you have to, when you sign up, you have to say, I'm going to be the one doing the half a hand, which is usually like $50, or a full hand, which is $100. But you have to stick to it, to what you're committed to.
But you don't have to sign up for every single one.
Benadryl and sleeping pills are discussed. Althea denies forcing or giving him medication, explaining allergy medicine was kept in the home due to his breathing issues and sensitivity to strong smells.
Do you?
Every time.
Yeah.
Did you go through the cell phone?
So we talked about the phone.
Calls coming in.
She says that, the only thing we spoke about was whether or not she recalls using Calvin's phone at some point to see who he had been talking to last. And Althea said it's probably likely she doesn't necessarily recall that.
Okay.
So.
You don't remember if it was, now when you called it, you said it rang, it was with his clothes, his uniform and stuff. Once word got out that he was missing, I'm assuming you called some family and your daughters.
My daughter called my sister.
Right.
And I don't remember who called his son. But I do remember speaking to his son's wife. And she told me he's on his way leaving work to come up here.
Okay, and so did Calvin's phone start ringing? Do you remember hearing it ring that night when you were trying to find him and you had already called 911?
It started to ring.
Did you ever answer it?
I don't know.
No?
No, my daughter would have, or his son would have answered it. Because they took it, because I was waiting to see, the progress the police were making.
Okay.
Because that's when the dogs start, they brought the dogs.
Yeah. Alright, I'm going to play you your call, so it might refresh your memory. Maybe you can explain some parts of it. Okay?
Okay.
So hopefully it sounds good. If you can't hear it, just let me know,
Okay.
and I'll try.
911 police fire Orlando. Yeah, address that.
I don't know what happened to my husband. He told me he was going into the garage, and I can't see him come back. He just over here.
What's your address? What's your address, sir?
So he found the traffic.
Drive.
Those things are just blocking out.
He checked the garage and he's not there.
Right, the side door was open, but
Alright.
I don't.
Okay. How long ago
I
did you?
didn't find out anything.
How long?
I saw him like almost 12:35 or thereabouts. I was coming into the room. Yeah. I was coming into my room, in the room, and then he was going outside, and I said, "Where are you going?" He said, "I'm going to check something in the garage."
Okay. Is he
I can't see.
Alright. What's your address? Sorry.
And it's black.
What's his name?
And then I mean, his name is Calvin.
Alright. Calvin, spell his last name?
The 911 call is replayed. Althea's panicked voice describes the empty garage, open doors, the car still outside, and the phone ringing in the bedroom shortly before police arrived.
Berry.
Date of birth?
12/2/62.
What color shirt, what color pants is he wearing?
It should be a gray shirt. And everything is that he has got a black shirt on.
Black hair or, what color hair, what color eyes?
His hair is getting gray, but it's coloring low.
Okay. That's it. And what color eyes?
It's brown.
There's a car out there?
Yes, the two cars, the truck and his car, and my father's out there. He's inside, and he doesn't go anywhere without his home.
Alright, let's see.
And I need to tell you that they have him on something like that to help him sleep, because he hasn't been sleeping that well.
Also, rap, what do you mean? Like, does he have a machine hooked up on him when he was on the out, or?
No, it's muscles, not muscles. It's like a relaxer. If I can find one.
So he's on muscle relax? Okay. You said the side door is the garage door, right?
Right.
Is the garage open as well?
No, just the side door is open.
Alright. Over here, left side. Alright. He left his phone in the garage and the vehicle is still there.
The phone is in the bedroom.
I'm sorry?
The phone is in the bedroom. That's the phone in the bedroom.
Alright, got it. Has he done this in the past? Okay, does he have like a medical bracelet? Oh, okay. Your name, please? Connor? Okay.
And he also takes some Benadryl. I don't know if he did that tonight.
Okay, so he took
So I'm gonna stop there.
a sleeping pill and then he walked off?
That 911 call replay is chilling, her voice frantic, detailing the open doors, cars still there. It's raw vulnerability, but hearing her explain meds in the moment, you sense the desperation to make sense of it.
You heard yourself say also take some Benadryl.
Investigators continue questioning medication use. Althea says she usually handled shopping, sometimes others bought medicine for him, and insists she never forced or controlled his medication intake.
So I just want to try to clarify that a little bit. And you started to tell us earlier he had allergies. So, and you had Benadryl in the house. Who would buy that Benadryl?
And one time I did buy it, and the next guy, he said he bought it. He asked somebody else to buy it for him.
Really? Why would he ask? That's an easy medication you can buy.
He doesn't really want to go to the stores.
Oh, okay. So if somebody was going to the store, can you pick me up some Benadryl? Okay. I got you. Who did the shopping in the house?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you did all the food and grocery?
Yeah, and my daughter's, the big one. She would come with us sometime.
Okay. He didn't do that? No?
He was more.
Neither do I. So, I don't do it either.
Jamaican store, because he likes Jamaican food a lot.
Okay.
So he go to that store, but grocery now.
All right. So, you said he takes some Benadryl, and, the question that's being posed to us is, if he was taking Benadryl, why was he taking it? So, and I think you answered that earlier by saying he has allergies. So I'll let this play out so you can hear the rest of it.
Okay, do you think he took more than one sleeping pill then, or? Ma'am?
I have no idea what to think, what he's doing, because, he takes his medicine, but he has trouble sleeping.
Okay then, okay. we're gonna send an option out to you, as I mentioned, so you follow a report for a missing person, because you last saw him an hour and a half ago, and then they'll speak to you and they will get there, okay? And, for officer safety, you're not sick, right? Any flu-like symptoms, yes or no? Yes. You, because they're gonna have to speak to you, it's for officer safety, right? Coughing, fever, sick. No, I usually, in the night time, okay, that's okay, I have to ask, it's okay, it's just a yes or no, I have to ask. So keep strong and dry, let them not throwing it away to you, okay? Okay, thank you. You're welcome.
Attention shifts to the canal behind the house. Sugarcane lines the water's edge, and large alligators are mentioned, raising concerns about hidden dangers in an area once familiar.
And that's the call. So, again, not to continually harp on this. So you knew there was Benadryl in the home?
Mm-hmm.
You knew he took Benadryl. Did you ever take Benadryl?
Every once in a while.
Why would you take it?
Because I always have cold.
Yeah. Did he ever complain about the effects of any of his medications, like make him dizzy or anything like that? Did he ever go into the canal behind the house, like in the water?
No, not that I know.
Did he ever fall in the canal?
Mm-hmm.
So I know the sugar cane that's back there is planted just in the water, kind of right on the edge. Yeah, right on the edge, literally right on the edge of the canal. And there's big alligators in there. Big ones.
Oh, the alligators I did not know was in there.
Oh yeah, I was over there the other day. They're big. There were 3. Don't mess around back there. All right, so I told you I'm gonna ask you some very difficult things, and I'm gonna be very straight with you. Did you want to kill your husband?
For what? No.
Do you know anyone that wanted to kill him? Have you talked to the medical examiner?
Just when Darnette was doing her thing, and they were going to have some kind of parade, and we were asking them, why we can't get the result back of his, of the everything, and they said they were waiting on the toxicology, and it takes a couple weeks.
What else did you talk about? Medications with the medical examiner?
That I don't remember. I don't think I did.
Okay.
But when she called back and they were saying about the findings, she says that it was the medicine that has the deep, like what Benadryl have.
Yeah, diphenhydramine. That's the antihistamine in Benadryl. So chlorocidin is also an antihistamine, which people with heart problems can use chlorocidin in place of Benadryl. So you said with his allergies, he would complain about if I wear some colognes that would bother him. My colognes or perfume that a woman would wear, and dust in the house. Did you have to dust a lot?
Yes.
To keep the house clean? Were his eyes, did he have itchy eyes? Did he sneeze?
No, you would just hear like he's irritating his throat.
Okay.
Investigators question Althea about her relationship with Darnette, Calvin's twin sister. Althea says they were never close, had different lifestyles, and rarely stayed in contact over the years.
So you mentioned Darnette. I would like to clarify some of your relationship with her. Prior to Calvin's passing, she is Calvin's twin sister.
Exactly.
In the year or two up to his death, what was their relationship like?
To me, they were fine. When she has like a party or stuff, her group, her crowd and his crowd is two different crowd, two different.
Right.
Because he goes to church, she doesn't. But sometimes he would say he doesn't want to go to her function. And he would say, no, just go. And then when he called me and said, no, these are not my people, I want to leave.
That would be like Pembroke Pines or
Pembroke Pines.
Okay.
Yes.
So leading up, Was the relationship regular? Did she visit with you folks a lot?
No.
How about his son?
No. His son would come up every once in a while, like if they were passing through.
Right.
They would come. And then, my granddaughter birthday, they were here. They were here on their way from Orlando.
Where, and what's his name, his son?
Michael.
Michael. Where's Michael's mother?
Miami.
She's in Miami.
Yeah, like Michael.
All right. And so you didn't visit with him regularly?
Michael, no. I don't like them. I'm traveling.
Would they come up there at all?
They would come up if Calvin's having something, or if they're passing through, they'll come up. No, I like when people come into the house to give me a heads up, let me know so that I can schedule my time to be there.
Right.
And sometimes, most of the time, they want to come up when I'm not here, so I have to drop what I'm doing and rush back to the home. And that was one of the things I didn't like with them. With Darnette, I was never close to her. I did work for her at one time, because I had lost my job at the bank, and she decided to let me work with her. But then afterwards, she said, no, never mind. But
What kind of business?
she used to have a floral business where she delivered flowers to different companies. So I was trying to remember the name of the owner of the company. But yeah, she said she didn't know if she want the person that's working to be in the office. I used to work at my home.
Right.
But I didn't know that she had that anger towards me. She played that off well.
Althea explains long-standing tension. Darnette opposed their marriage and wanted Calvin to reunite with a former partner, creating resentment that continued throughout their marriage.
When we were...
Why do you think she had anger toward you?
The mere fact that she didn't want Calvin to marry me. She wanted Calvin to marry Michael's mom because she liked that girl. And when she didn't want Calvin and I were seeing each other, she invited that girl over to the house. This is what she's also telling people, so it's not like I'm saying nothing out of the ordinary. She invited the girl over to the house. Calvin used to work at nights. And she had the girl there waiting for Calvin, so they did their deal. She got pregnant. She thought that would have broken up Calvin and myself. He stuck by me,
How many years were you guys married?
37.
So this goes back a long way. So obviously Calvin passes away and Darnette shows up at your house. What went on from there? What was your engagement like with her?
Whatever she asked me for, I bring it and give it to her.
What did she ask you for?
All the paperwork, everything that we have, all our paperwork.
Financial?
Mm-hmm.
Did she say why she wanted to see that?
No.
What business would it be of hers? Your finances?
I don't know, but she was looking. But we just think that she wanted to see if her name was on anything. And then when she says that her name wasn't on it, then she got up and said she leave it.
Can you be specific what she was looking through? Like what did she look at? What kind of paper?
It has like life insurance. It will say, she would open it and say, what is this? What is this? And you would look at it and you say, oh yeah, he has that. And then she opened that up and look at it. And then she said, Rosa, write this one down. You need to call.
Who's Rosa?
Michael's wife.
Okay.
And then she would go again. She said, the trip saving plan. She said, what is the password? What is the username for this? But at the time, we didn't know what it was.
So, Calvin had life insurance.
He had life insurance.
Who were the beneficiaries?
Michael was on one, myself, and then he had one that had some for his mom.
Okay.
So
She's still alive?
No, she passed.
So you, Michael,
And his mom.
obviously she didn't get anything.
Mm-hmm. So my daughters, he left the most of that part so that I would break it up with the kids at the time.
And you have 2 girls with Calvin, right?
3. One is special needs.
Okay. She still lives with you?
No, she's in a home.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
After Calvin's death, Darnette visited the house and asked to review insurance papers, financial records, and account details, appearing to check if her name was listed as a beneficiary.
So that money has been dispersed? You guys have...
Darnette's resentment boils over, opposing the marriage, scheming with exes, 37 years together, yet family grudges fester. Althea's calm recount of betrayal, like uninvited relatives ransacking the house post-death, evokes that violated trust.
You got yours, Michael got his, your girls got a part of it. Or how much total was it, do you remember?
No, there were different ones.
And Darnette got...
Nothing.
Was she upset about that?
She didn't say. She had written a letter, an email to my youngest daughter, telling her that she need to come forward and say something, because she mentioned a 1.2 million money that my daughter will become a co-defendant or something like that.
Where was that money coming from? 1.2 million?
She is adding up everything that she saw. She didn't know the exact amount because their life insurance at the time is from Globe. We didn't know what was on it because they had to get paperwork before they discuss it with anybody.
How much did you get?
Different policies. Some was over 200,000. Yeah.
Okay. And the house, obviously you guys sold the house.
Mm-hmm.
Who owned the house?
Calvin and myself.
Okay, you sold the house. Market's good right now for sales. How'd you make out on that?
We got I believe it was either 110 or 116 extra.
So what did you get, like 500,000 for that house?
No, 300 and something.
300 something.
Mm-hmm. And they have it that I sold the house like the next week that Calvin passed.
Well, I was going to ask you, what prompted you to sell the house?
Well,
what made you decide to sell?
Before he passed, he says the house is too big for the 2 of us. So he was looking for houses, it's like, what do you call it? For 55 and up, the Spanish Lakes in that area.
Okay.
And he was looking over there because we were going to move over there.
Right.
But that never happened. But when we were at the house now, it would just be me alone there since he passed. And I couldn't stay there by myself. But what made me decide to do it quick is because that the Wednesday after he passed, not after he passed, the Wednesday when they have the service for him, nobody tell me that anybody's coming to the house. When I come home, the house was packed with people inside, outside. I don't know all of his family members, but they were all over the house. So I'm saying, if I'm here by myself, what's going to prevent them from swooping in on me again?
Althea says relatives entered the home without warning, searched closets and documents, and picked fruit from the yard, leaving her feeling violated and unsafe in the house.
And I'm like, no.
Who made those arrangements for that get-together at your house? Who did that?
I have no idea. Nobody tell me that anybody's coming. Because the last thing that they wanted to do is that they have the service for Carmen. Whoever come, who can make it go well. And that was it. They're not going to have the second service at the church. They were just doing the Wednesday. And then all of a sudden, my sister and my brother, they didn't have any clothes for the funeral on Saturday. So they went over to Burlington.
Mm-hmm.
And I, since they're driving, I'm in Burlington with them, not shopping or anything. I got a call from Michael. You need to come home because you have people over here waiting on you. And I'm like, why would people be there? Nobody said they were coming. No food was there, no preparation for people to come. And they're cutting down his coconut, cutting cane, picking fruits. Nobody said to me, can we do that? All they say is my cousin's stuff. And they were in there in his closet. So I'm like, no. Just, no.
So your daughters helped you pack up and,
My daughter, my sister-in-law, and my brother.
what's your relationship like now with Darnette?
Oh, we haven't spoken from the
Understandably, I understand. I can see why. So, okay.
She went, when I had a funeral, she went up there up on the platform, and she told them that this was the service in Miami. She said that, remember all the fruit trees that he used to have? Y'all won't be getting any fruits anymore because her husband went online. This is at the funeral. Her husband went online and said that the house is selling. Right? Calvin last days he was complaining how he sent all these fruits to different people and he mails them out and nobody would say, here's $1 to help with postage. When they get the food, they don't call him and say that he has to call them. So they're thinking here that, oh, Calvin do this, but he was complaining about them in the end. But why would you go up on the platform to announce all of that? She was looking to have a fight. But I am not that type of person. So
Okay.
I'd rather go sit in a room, stay away from you, don't talk to you, and that's how I handle stuff.
Do you have any additional questions?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions for me?
Investigators explain that key questions remain unanswered. There are no cameras, no witnesses, and no clear explanation for how Calvin ended up in the canal that night.
Just waiting to see what's going on with everything.
Well, as you know, the medical examiner determined the cause of death was an accidental drowning, complicated by diphenhydramine, Benadryl. So, what we don't know is if he fell in the water while he was back there working or something, which is possible.
Nighttime, so he would have been working in the nighttime.
He went back there for something because he ended up in the water. That's the thing. I mean, only he knows that. I mean, that side garage door goes out to the side, and if he was going to go back there, was that the way he would go, out that side garage door and down the side of the fence?
He would have to go back to the
Canal.
No, there's a door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the big question mark, because there's no cameras. Nobody had cameras back there. He went back there for something, and he ended up in the water. Whether he tripped and fell because he was on the medication, or he. Do you know if he would have wanted to hurt himself? Was he sad, depressed?
He was very sad. He was withdrawn. That's why we were wondering because if they talk to people, because these people who are talking are down inside, we check their phone now, none of them call him to see how he's doing. So they're thinking of, sorry if I'm spitting, they're thinking of Calvin before, which Calvin before was a very outgoing person.
Right.
You would see, he knows everybody. And then all of a sudden he just withdraw. He doesn't want to make all his phone calls.
Why do you think that is, though?
We don't know. He wouldn't talk to us.
How was your marriage with him?
It was good. Not that it was,
37 years.
Yeah. And he has his ways where he wants it his way. Right? But no, if I'm mad at you, no, I'm not gonna stay in the room to fight over something.
Sure.
I'll just wait after a while to cool down. Then you go back in the room, or he will come over to where I am.
You guys ever have a physical? Did he ever hit you? Did you ever hit him?
Of course not. No.
All right.
Just call him GOM, which means grumpy old man. And he found out what it means because we told his cousin.
When asked about Calvin's mental state, Althea says he had become quiet and withdrawn, stopped calling friends, and seemed sad, but never spoke about suicide or harming himself.
Well, that's That's a long time to be married, so you're gonna have your little spats from time to time. So the cell phone, like we talked about, not to go back to some other stuff, but the cell phone, you called it, it rang, you went and got it. You don't remember if you made phone calls on it or got phone calls, like people.
I would imagine calls come in, but even the next day, I didn't answer the phones. Not even my phone I answered because I couldn't.
You're upset. I get that.
But
all right. Well, if you have any questions in the future, you can always call and ask. But like I told you, the medical examiner's findings, those were the findings. That they concluded that he drowned accidentally, and it was because whenever he went into the water, he was on that medication and it affected him. You know, that medication can affect people in different ways. We're still doing some work on it, as you know, because we're sitting here talking, and hopefully we'll be wrapping it up soon, and we'll let you know when it's concluded. So,
what after you guys do your finding and whatever you did, what is the next step Darnette is going to go through now?
I can't control her. I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know what she's going to do. She continually finds stuff to question, whether it's the medical examiner's report or our reports. She finds things to question, and she's looking. I mean, what she's looking to point, little finger pointing, so to speak. So I don't know what she's going to do. She has a website where she's very vocal. She's been on TV. The
TV.
Yeah.
Oh, just the march.
Local news. Yeah, she did the march. She's been on a couple different TV networks with her allegations. But keep in mind, the allegations that she's making are not supported by any evidence. There's no evidence. Like when you ask her, why do you think, Calvin was murdered? And she says, well, I have a feeling. I just have a feeling. I feel it in my bones, is what she would say. So she never puts any facts or evidence forward. So other than trying to question the process. So
she just make your life so miserable.
But we can't control that. You're certainly welcome to pursue legal action through a lawyer. If you want to try to get her to stop, you could go that route. That's not something we can do, though.
She says that.
Detectives address ongoing accusations, stating there is no evidence supporting foul play. They note the claims are based on suspicion and personal belief, not verified facts.
When she sent an email to my daughter about being a co-conspirator, a co-defender, so whatever you call it, and then she said, all that money y'all get is going to go towards lawyer fees. That's what she told us.
Do you have that letter?
I'm going to ask my daughter.
Can you get it?
It's an email.
Is it?
Yeah.
Can you email it or print it out and bring it to us?
I'll check to see if she still have it. We were threatened. Her cousin sent us a body that was burned up and asked us, who do we think that is? That's what we
I saw that. That was a while ago. I remember that.
I don't see her doing any
the action you can take, though, to stop her from making accusations is, you and your daughter get together and get your own lawyer, get a lawyer, and talk to that lawyer for advice on what she's doing. You can do that. That's something you'll need to do on your own. That's not something we would do through the police department, but you certainly can take your own action against her. You have the ability to do that if you choose to. So we're trying to answer her questions that she's putting forward, which is why we're here talking. But at the same time, you can pursue that through that field. You know, you can settle civilly. You hire an attorney and go that route. So, but if you have that email, I would like a copy of it if you do have that.
Yeah. She cursed my daughter out in the streets when they were honoring Calvin. You know, she looks up stuff that happens from when the children were younger.
Right.
You know, but I know she didn't play the part. She was playing parts of Detective Myers thing, and I told Detective Myers that's one of the things why I'm not close to her, is that one of the times she and her daughter was having an issue, and she said she wished her daughter would just jump from a bridge and die. And I'm like, how can a mother say that? So I decided, I'm not going to be in her crowd. And they talk bad about each other, so you could hear them on the phone. I'm like, I don't want my name to be called up in anything. So I stayed to myself. On my Facebook page, back in 2013, I wrote on there, complicated for relationship, just to see if anybody would make a comment on it. Nobody did. A Calvin passed, and the pastor of the church, he and his wife were searching on my Facebook page, and then put it out there. My relationship was complicated. And I'm like, but that's from 2013. You know, I'm like, why is a pastor digging into this? Shouldn't this be left to the police to be doing?
Right.
And so he's like, I was a person who stayed back. Calvin was a person who is in the front. So he has a lot of friends. So now, they're all just looking for things now to defend Calvin when nothing, was there for any defending.
Right. It was an accident.
But if they had followed up with him, if they were true friends, checking on him, that's another day down the time.
Well, I don't want to keep you any longer than we
You
need
have to go
to.
to work too, right? Until 9:30?
No, 9:03.
No, but you have to be there at 9:30? Okay.
If you have any more questions, call us. If you can get us a copy of that email, that would be fantastic. I would like that. But other than that, this will probably be the last time we talk like this. So, okay?
Okay.
Calvin's withdrawal. Sad, silent, no calls to friends paints a man burdened, yet no talk of self-harm. Detectives admit no evidence, just feelings fueling accusations. It's intense, this limbo of suspicion without closure.